Welcome to day 2 of the Corvette Chronicles Diagnostic Challenge and Worksheets. As you see, I've set it up on the lift, got the tires off, and I've inspected the brakes, and I've also found something very interesting about it running rich. So I'll bring you around, show you the cameras, show you what I found on the brakes, see what you guys can think and what you find, and we'll discuss this in a later class discussion about whether we're right or wrong and what you guys noticed. So I'm going to get the car raised back up in the air and then take you guys around and show you what I found. Okay, we're going to start here in the right rear, and everything looks nice and dry. There's not a lot of brake dust. You can see how shiny that pin is. I'll put you up here where you can see, look at the brake pads. They look pretty good. Rotor's got some surface rust on it, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't see anything leaking. Sorry about that. There's the parking brake cable. I'm holding the light and the camera, so this is all new for me. There's the brake hose underneath the parking brake cable. It looks pretty good. Connections look okay up there. So I think this one works. We're going to move to the right front. Here's our caliper. Again, a little bit of surface rust on the rotor. Doesn't look too bad. Come around to see the front of it here. Brake pads are there. A little bit of surface rust. A little more surface rust on this side. See if I can get you around to the brake hose. Yeah, it looks okay. All the way in. I should put some light on it. It looks good. Okay. Give me a second. We'll move around to the other side. Here we are at the left rear of the car. I got around here and I noticed something right off. You see how much shinier this brake caliper is than the rest of them we've looked at? So that tells me somebody's done some work on these brakes at one point in time. Put you up to where you can see the brake pads. They look good. Okay. Back around here. There's the parking brake cable still. There's that brake hose. Yeah, connection's got a little surface rust on it, but it's not dripping. It doesn't look bad. Okay, so somebody's been onto this car already once, or more than once, for the brakes. So let's go up here to the left front. And here we go. Rotor looks okay. We've got some brake pads. I don't know if it's going to come out on the video, but if you'll notice, there's a little bit of gunge on the inside. And look how much more rusty this brake caliper looks than the rest of them. I know that one in the back looks really good. If you look down here at the bottom of it, shine some light on it. See how really crusty looking that is? I think that this caliper has probably rusted on the inside and the seal has gone out. So we're probably going to be replacing this brake caliper. And if you look here, see this brake hose? I'll turn you in here. If you look how rusty and crusty that end of that brake hose is. So I think when we're doing this brake caliper, we are going to do this brake hose as well. And I also know that the master cylinder is full of fluid, but it still is very soft pedaled feel. So the owner of the car has decided that we're going to go ahead and put a new master cylinder on it and completely flush all the old brake fluid out. So you guys will get to see as much of that as I can show you while I'm filming by myself. Okay, I told you we'd get underneath here if I could get the camera on here, and I know the lighting's not great, and I'll try to adjust that as we go. But if you'll notice, we're underneath this car. You know, it's only got 56,000 miles on it, but it's sat around since 75. So it's got some oil leaks on it. And if you look right up there, that's a spark plug wire. And you see, I'll turn it there a little bit. We've got some electrical tape wrapped around the spark plug wire, and then on up towards the boot, it's split out and you can see the insulation on it. I have a pretty sneaking suspicion that that cylinder is not getting very much spark, if it's sparking at all, creating a probably very rich condition on that one cylinder. There may be more, Corvettes have their spark plug wires ran back behind the engine here. You can see a couple of them there over the oil pressure sending unit. So then if we look, sorry about my shaky camera work, we'll move around to the other side here. Get my light up there somewhere. There's the starter, gross and grimy. You can see how much better that spark plug wire looks. So that has been coated with oil or some oil-based fluid, whether it's power steering fluid, engine oil, transmission fluid, something, for a long time, and has split out. So we're going to give this car an old-fashioned tune-up, which changes spark plugs, spark plug wires, look at the cap and the rotor, and inspect all that. So there's your diagnosis for why it's running rich.